It's been a couple of days. Thought I'd give a little update on my experience with urine therapy. I call it Urwine therapy. Everybody turns water into wine. There's, check it out. Anyway, so yesterday, my urine had been pretty dark amber, or amber. I wouldn't call it dark amber, but amber. So I've been kind of keeping my own personal regimen to 2 shot glasses a day, and uh, then topical application on my face and some skin condition there, and on my hands and arms, which also kind of look like probably due to aging or whatever. And anyway, I thought I'd keep treating these areas to see how all that progressed. And if you want soft skin, this is the stuff for you. I understand they put it in cosmetics and skin conditioners and charge you a lot of money for it. Somebody else's pee. You gotta try your own maybe. Yesterday, my urine was more yellow than it was amber for the first time, light yellow. But I've been, and also the last 3 mornings now, it really resembles coconut water in its taste and its sweetness. Uh, uh, most of the testimonials I read, people have been consuming copious amounts of water during the day with their urine therapy, and I haven't been that way. I kind of just doing what my body says rather than just do what everybody else is doing. And my water consumption is still pretty minimal considering the time of year, and my food consumption is pretty minimal too. I'm guessing it's probably somewhere between 300 and 400 calories a day. That might be on the high side. Kind of, it's never the same every day. I try to mix up my what I take in the way of food during the day. Yesterday I had a nut shake at noon and some broccoli, steamed broccoli and cauliflower in the evening, and a little cup of peanut butter and honey after that. The day before I had a piece of fruit about noon, a kiwi, and then some spuds and carrots, and steamed spuds and carrots, and some fresh, actually they were fried in coconut oil or sauteed. They weren't actually fried. It didn't get very hot. And various greens out of the garden, kale and radish greens and mustard greens, and a few other spices. Uh, like I say, I don't think it's adding up more than 300 or 400 calories a day on my food consumption. My water consumption, I guess I should include coffee in that. I enjoy a cup of coffee every morning, uh, and probably take about, or have been taking about, oh gosh, I don't know, my consumption of water a day is less than a quart, probably closer to 20 ounces. And my body's been, best I can tell, flushing toxins out in a major way. Something I never experienced before is the hair under my arms was matting with something, whatever's coming out of my armpits. I'm not sure what it is. In my shoes, I wear them Birkenstocks mostly this time of year, and they're kind of a tan color inside. Well, I noticed they were all black, so I took some sandpaper to them and scratched all that black off, and the next day they're jet black coated with something. I scratched her off again today, something coming out the bottoms of my feet. And, maybe the detox process would be a little bit different if I were consuming like a gallon of water a day, which seems like everybody else is doing, but I'm not really thirsty and not really moved to, pour a gallon of water down myself and turn around and piss it out. So I'm just going to kind of stick with what I'm doing. I don't feel dehydrated, although some might say the amber colored urine is dehydration, but I've always tended to run a little bit dry. My urine's been dark for 61 years. Not dark, but amber. Uh, although I've been doing some experiments with uh, the excess urine, which doesn't amount to a quart a day. Uh, well, I started out just charging it in the sun, and then I got the bright idea of putting a magnet underneath it. And the one with the magnet underneath it turned cloudy, and it's still cloudy, and it looks like a bunch of ormus is forming on the bottom of it, but it's still cloudy, and the urine that's been just in the sun uh, stays has been staying clear, but it's only been in the vessel for a couple of days. Now I've got the gallon jar full with the magnet under it. I'm going to try something in just the sun for a period of time. But I've also kind of queered this experiment because not just only sun charging, I've been charging it in the moonlight as well. Maybe because I'm too lazy to bring it inside from the outside. But at any rate, this is a combination. This first experiment is a combination sun and moon charge. Moon won't be in play much longer, but now I'm going to start. I'm going to accumulate another gallon of it, which takes 3 or 4 more days, and charge it only in the sun and bring it in at night so it doesn't get moonlight too. Because moonlight is, we well know, is completely different than sunlight. It's just a different, has different effects. So I don't know how the sun and moonlight charge is going to be, but I've got many more experiments to perform. But my next experiment is going to be sunlight charge only with no magnet. I'm going to leave the magnet in the sun-moon charge jar for, I don't know, I'll leave it there for a while, see if it ends up clearing up or it just keeps going like it is. I don't know what to expect. I'm just gonna let her go, and the next gallon vessel is going to be a straight sun charge. I kind of think it's going to turn cloudy in the sun charge. It's hard to tell because once the ormus starts forming on the bottom, and then you put it in another vessel, it kind of clouds up a little bit. But so I'll just have to kind of check that out. I might just start taking my specimens in a gallon jar so I don't have to transfer out of the quart jars into a gallon jar. And anyway, I'm going to see what that does, and then, a couple of weeks when I finally get enough piss generated, I'll try something out of the sunlight and away from the magnet, maybe something out of the sunlight and with a magnet. So I got all kinds of experiments I'm doing, and continue the topical applications, and of course the ingestion of it. A lot of people drink it all and do what they call looping, and I'm not ready to head down that road yet. I'm well. When I started this therapy, I didn't really have any health issues that prompted me to. More did it as a catalyst to get my honey to start doing it, because she does have a number of health issues, and my gut was telling me, besides the grounding we've been doing, which has markedly reduced her pain. That's one of her health issues, and also some issues in her head uh, with dreams and stuff, and waking up with anxiety. This grounding seems to have taken care of that, so it's kind of hard to differentiate between what the effects of the urine and the effects of the grounding are. It's a combination, so I can't really attribute one or the other to the increased, uh, well, to the good effects of it. I do know what happened during just grounding, and there was quite a bit of good to be gained from that. So uh, I don't know if the urine therapy, I'm sure the urine therapy is having good effects and uh, with her too, but in conjunction with the grounding, I can't really differentiate between the two. It doesn't really matter if the grounding needs to continue, and the urine therapy will continue. If there aren't any ill side effects for both of us. Like I said, I didn't really have any health issues except my left thumb. There was a lot of pain, and I couldn't even lift an empty bowl with it a few months back, and uh, started grounding a few months back at night when I slept, and then again during the day here more recently. I rigged up a ground set up for in the house when I was sitting in the house with both of us, and I pretty much got complete use of my thumb back before I started urine therapy, and there was a little residual pain every now and then. I could move it away, and I could still feel uh, some pain inside my thumb near the palm of my the big palm base, not in the center of my palm, but in the big part there below your thumb. But I haven't felt any of that since urine therapy. But one thing I have noticed is there's been all kinds of black shit coming out of the bottoms of my feet onto my shoes, and and out of my armpits too. Uh, and my uh, recycle program, or taking a fucking shit, has been uh, yeah, kind of sporadic. Every sometimes sometimes once a day, but it's been every couple of days here lately. But I don't take much food, so there ain't much push out. Fortunately, there ain't nothing quite like taking a shit. I just soon not have to do that no more. Period. And may give up food entirely for at least a period of time just to check it out and see how I react to it. I don't know. Haven't really taken that step yet, but yeah, it's early on, so I'll keep you posted on all this stuff, and that's what's going on for now. Thanks for listening.